So what's up guys, Corbel here, back from the video, and today I have got a request to use my webcam, so I'm going to be doing that in this video. And last video I said I was going to make a house that's bigger and more practical for actual gaming on Minecraft, and I want to make it look good, not mediocre, not terrible, but an actual good house. And that's kind of hard to do if you don't really know what you're doing in the game. So that's what I'm going to be trying to have you guys learn, is how to make a decent house in Minecraft. So again, we're going to want to be by a forest kind of biome, not a swamp and not a dark forest. This is the closest forest I could find, and I'm going to be hoping that I can make a very nice house, hopefully right in this little area right here. So let's get started on that. Okay, so to get started with this, what we're going to need are these blocks right here. We're going to need oak log, oak planks, spruce stairs, spruce planks, and a spruce slab. We're going to need some glass panes, oak fences, and cobblestone walls. That's what we're going to start with. And now I'm just going to clear out some flat area so that we can be right next to the pond and right next to the forest, make it look beautiful. And we're going to need a big space for this, so it's going to take me a little bit. So here's a quick time lapse. Okay, so now that we've cleared out this big space, this right here does not look very natural. So we're going to do a little bit of terraforming, just make it look a little bit better, because we don't want the house just to be right in front of just a big wall of just grass and stone. And we're going to leave that for now, because we might be changing the floor in it. And so that means that it doesn't really matter if we change all this right here to grass, and then we have to remove it again later. So we're just going to leave it for now. And there have been a little bit of caves underneath, but I'm just filling those up as we go along. So I'm just going along and I'm making it go up step by step. We'll make it look a little bit better in a second once we finish all of this. Alright, so now this place looks a little bit more natural and a little bit easier to work with, a big space. Now we're going to start using all of the blocks that we have inside here. So we're going to start off with the oak logs by themselves. And so right now you're just going to be making a basic foundation to where your house is going to be. So I want my house to start around here. And you don't have to worry about this little area right here. It's not going to come out right here. We're going to go back pretty far to maybe around here. And we're going to go pretty far out to here and over here. We're gonna put up some logs right here. Okay, so now that you have those set up, now we're gonna add a little bit of branching off from this. So we're gonna find a side, like this is one side right here, and we're just gonna find however far we want to go off. Let's say we want to go off this far, and we're just gonna build up some blocks. They don't have to match up with that at all. They're just going to be a little bit of a branch off from the main house. And we're going to do a little bit back here too, right there, and let's say right there. And I think I'm going to leave it just like that. And so since this is a bigger house, I'm going to make it a little bit taller than my last one. It's not going to be 3, I'm going to make it 4 blocks tall, just to make it look a little bit better. So now we're done with that. We're going to move on to the oak planks. And now you're just going to fill up all the walls across all of this. And I'm going to make the first one with no time lapse, just to show you guys how this is all going to work out. So we're going to go like this. And I just realized this is going to be a 2 block wide little area. So we're actually going to make this a little bit wider than what it is right now. Move it out to here, move this one 1 block over, just like that. And it'll give us a lot more room over here to to work with. Just like that. And now we're going to go over here. We're going to connect all of our walls together. Make sure you're staying on the inside of your foundation. If you go on the outside, it's just going to look more like a brick, so you want to make sure that these are on the outsides of the corners. So now that you know what it's going to look like, if you like it, keep going, build up all the walls. If you don't like it, you may want to change something or make something a little bit wider, or you want to add another little outward area. I kind of like this area. I like this tree right here. I'm gonna leave it just how it is, like this. So over here, we're just gonna start building up all the way as high as your logs are going to be. Alright, now that you've finished building up your walls, now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to find a place for a door. So I'm just going to do this right here. And I didn't put the doors in the chest, but there's a few different options for doors. Again, as I said in the last video, I like oak doors, dark oak doors the best. I think regular oak doors are not the best. I don't think spruce doors are the best. It's either spruce or dark oak, but in this kind of a build, I think dark oak would be a lot better than spruce. And then these doors, they're decent, but not the best, obviously. So I'm just gonna put these right here, and you open up to your new basic foundation of a house. Now you can add a few other doors, like maybe a back door if you want. And I actually want to open up the other way. You know, but have a back door, maybe another door in here, but I'm just gonna leave it exactly how I just made it, just like that. And now we're gonna move on to the roof. Now the roof is gonna be a little bit more difficult rather than the last video. This was gonna be a little tricky to, you know, get into, but I think once you start building it, it'll be a lot more simple than you really expect in the first place. So basically what I'm planning on doing is in the middle, I'm gonna have like a pyramid kind of a shape. And then on the sides over here, I'm just gonna have a triangle right here and a triangle right here. And it'll connect right into my pyramid right here. And none of it's going to be all the way up to the top to a point, because that doesn't really look very good in Minecraft. I'm gonna have it plateau around the top to make it look more finished. So what we're gonna start by doing is just going along like this. So since this is going to be a pyramid and these are going to be triangles, I'm not going to go any higher than this for now. I'm just going to start by going around. And since this is going to be a triangle, I'm not going to put them along here because it's just going to go up and back down. There's going to be no stairs right there. And now I'm going to go along this side too. Just like this. Again, with this part, there's going to be no stairs right here. It's going to be a triangle. So I'm going to start back over here and finish up my basic roof like that. And so now I'm just going to start building up this roof right here, and I'm going to ignore these two roofs right here because these are going to get a little bit complicated in a minute. And what I want to do is I want to take my spruce slabs, because I think that is a little bit too low. So I'm going to go half a block higher on the top just like this. And now we're going to go over to the sides, and we're just going to start building up the sides. And you can see how this block right here, this stair, when you place this stair, it'll connect right there. That's exactly what you want. You want it to connect right there. It'll make the roof look a lot more finished. Now that's finished. What I kind of want to see if we can do is if we can go along the top with half slabs just like that. I think maybe we could break that. Nah, that doesn't look very good. Okay, so we're gonna end off this one a little bit higher than that one just to give it a little bit more depth. And there is the roof to your house. Looks a lot better if it looks a lot better than if you went all the way up to the top with all of them and nothing connected. It looked really blocky and bad. So now we're in the inside of our house, and I'm gonna light this place up with some torches for now. Last time I put lighting as soon as I got inside, but for a bigger house, for now you're just gonna want to put torches around so you can see, and you're gonna add lighting a little bit later. And so right now, if you look up, with the basic house, I just left the roof exactly how it was, but with a bigger house, it's going to look a little bit more strange on the inside if you don't fix the roof. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our spruce planks, and we're just going to find a level, it doesn't matter what level, but we're just going to basically top off the house just like this. If you want to fill in that little area, go ahead, nobody's stopping you, but I'm just going to leave it just like that for time's sake. And then once you're finished with the roof, there's a few things you can do, like taking spruce stairs and putting them along the edges like that, where there's still oak wood, just to make it look a little bit more finished, just like that. And now we're done with the spruce stairs. And now we're going to move on to lighting, because we're about to break the floor and add a new floor. But the first thing you're going to want to do is add lights, because you're going to be breaking these torches. For a bigger house like this, rather than a smaller house, I'm going to use some redstone lamps. And I'm going to put a lever on top of each of the lamps to make it a little bit more flush. I'm going to put a lever right here, turn it on, and put a lamp right there. Now if you come across a place like this where you break it and there's no place to put your lever, there's not much you can do about it. So what you can do is you can put your spruce plank back, and you can find like a corner like this. Try to make it symmetrical if you can, and you're just going to place a lever underneath it, turn it on, and put lamps on the ground. And then when you put your floor in, don't break these lamps, just put the floor in around them, and it'll make your house look a lot more finished. So now you can break all your torches and see how well your house is lit up. If you want to light it up a little bit more, that's all up to you. So what I'm thinking is I might need a little bit more lighting on this side. So I'm going to be breaking this one, because you don't want to add too many, or else it'll start looking weird. So you want to do this and put all of your lamps in exactly how you want them to be. Now what I'm noticing is it's not really lined up with that door very well, so I'm just going to put in more right here just to make it more flush with those doors. And obviously if you make something like this where not everything's symmetrical, like this is a one way and it's not perfectly like that, it's all up to you. It's your house again, and I'm just going to leave it like this to make it flush with these doors for this room. And I like it just how it is. And so now we're going to move on to the floor. Personally, polished andesite is my favorite floor. You can use anything you want. Again, I would just not recommend the things that don't look good together. with these, I kind of think of these as tiles. If you take something like diamond blocks that they use in the other video as an example, you could think of these as tiles too, but they're just too bright, and I don't really like a bright floor in my basic house. Now that you're finished, what you want to do is you want to press F3. I don't know if you can see it right now, but you're going to want to check the light, the client light. I'm going to show you. It's, if you look at the XYZ and you go down 1, 2, 3, 4, you're going to find the client light, and you don't want it to be any lower than 7. So you're going to want to find your dark corners, and you're going to want to see if light goes down below 7. So see, this one goes down to 6, which means this place is not lit up enough. So I'm going to go right here, and I'm going to place another quick lamp right underneath there to light this up a lot more. If it goes any lower than 7, then that means that mobs can spawn there, and you don't want mobs to spawn in your house, especially if it's just one random corner that is too dim for any mobs to spawn. I'm also going to close these doors and check right here again. Okay. And alright, so we're good on light. So now what you guys are going to want to do is you're going to want to decorate your house, and I'll show you guys when I'm done with that. Alright, so this is what I've made so far. I put a few chests up here, a few furnaces, brewing stand, armor stand, and I've made a whole section over here for living spaces, cauldron in case you want to put some water over there. You know how it is, just everything you might need inside of a house. You can always go underneath, like maybe find a place where you can dig underneath again and make a underground base for extra storage, just expansion, whatever you want. Okay, it's your house, it's up to you. So now we're going to go over here, and we're just going to touch up on the outside of the house. Like what I did with the last video, we're going to go like that. And again, with this kind of a thing, I don't really like how it looks inside there. So I'm going to be replacing that with just a regular plank. Now as you're going along the walls, check out how your house is looking on the outside. If it's not looking exactly how you want to, however you want it to look, feel free to change it. However, it's all up to you on this one. Now that you got your cobblestone walls in, your outside of the house is almost finished. And now you need to grab yourself some glass panes. I don't like glass blocks very much. They don't look too great. So now we're just going to add some windows inside the house. Ooh, that's not very good right there. I'm actually going to break this real quick then. Along here, and maybe make a big window right there. Out to the wilderness. Over here we're gonna make some windows just to free up this space a little bit. Maybe make a window up there just to open up the inside of your house a little bit. I didn't really make any room for windows right here, but that's perfectly fine. You don't need windows in every single wall, just enough windows to make your house feel more open and free inside. Now we're gonna be done with the inside, and now for the outside decoration. Pretty much as same as the last video, you're just gonna take some fences and you're just gonna throw them around. They don't really need to match up with anything or block anything off. They're just here for decoration, and they don't need to connect at all. Just make them look like they're placed for decoration, pretty much, just like this. Just randomly put them outside. And what I sometimes like to do with places like this, again, you're gonna want to make a little path just outside, just like this. Go leading off into nowhere. And that's perfectly fine, just like that. And for places like this, where you have a little bit of a step up to your house, to make it a little bit easier, what you can do is you can take some cobblestone slabs, which are the best for this, and you just go right up like that. And now we're gonna go for some bone meal. I'm just gonna take it around the outside. And right here, I forgot about this part, we're just gonna take all the place on the outside that's still stone, that I terraformed away. We're just gonna replace all of that with some grass to make it look better. Just like that. Now as we're going along the outside, there may not be as much flowers since I didn't really clear away any grass from over here, but that's perfectly fine. Again, if you don't like flowers, that's all up to you. And I don't really like tall grass that much, so I'm gonna break most of the tall grass. Don't want to make it look overgrown, just make it look natural. Just like that. And now what else you can do is you can go into decoration blocks and you can find some more flowers in case you want them to add any more detail to the outside of your house. Just gonna put a few of these around here. While I'm doing this, I don't usually go around to the back of my house and place flowers, just around the front. Needs another flower, a brighter flower right there. There we go. Now our house is all flowered up and nice. We are done with the tutorial. Almost, because I don't like this. And we are done with the tutorial. We have finished all of the house. We made it look nice. We made an expanded house rather than a small simple house in the last video. And with this house, there's a lot more room. That's a lot more open. And this is gonna impress your friends even more than the last one. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you want any help with terraforming, I may make a terraforming tutorial in the future. But for now, this is what your house is gonna look like. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.